K-pop idol Goo Hara was found dead at her home in South Korea on Sunday. Investigations are currently underway to determine the cause of death. Earlier in May, she was found unconscious in what was seen as a suicide attempt, according to media reports. Goo Hara's death comes 1 month after close friend and fellow K-pop star Lee took her own life. Fans lamented her death, with some blaming the South Korean entertainment industry for placing pressure on its celebrities. Here with us today, we have journalist Jan Lee to share more with us. Hi Jan, thanks for coming down. Unfortunately, you're joining us to talk about yet another tragedy in the celeb world today. Because about a month ago, we spoke about Lee, right? And her struggle with sort of online bullying, which then led to her death. But this case is slightly different.
Yes, there are similarities, but some of the issues brought up are a little bit different. So, like Lee, I think Hara was the subject of a lot of malicious comments. She was the subject of a lot of media scrutiny. But this was in part because last year she brought her ex-boyfriend, a hairdresser called Choi Jong-boom, to court. And apparently they fought one another, and he threatened to release an intimate video of her that he took during their relationship. So there's some talk that she was not aware when she was being taped. I'm not exactly sure how accurate that is. Nobody also really knows what the video was about, but presumably they were in a sexual situation. Maybe she wasn't not fully clothed, because he never actually went through with the threat. So the video never was actually leaked, thankfully. Though the video was not leaked, I think when news came out, people obviously tried to search for the video. There were also some comments made. As we know, victims of sexual crimes often get comments like, why were you doing that? Were you asking for it? Yeah, things like that. So it was not the most supportive online culture that could have been there for her. We don't know if Hara took her own life yet. Investigations are still ongoing, but it seems likely that she died of a suicide. And given that the period of time she took her ex-boyfriend to court, that was a very lengthy and public trial. So obviously that added some stress to her. I think it would to anybody. And her ex was also given only a suspended jail sentence.
Oh.
Yes, which means that he was sentenced to 1.5 years jail, suspended for 3 years, which basically means that if he behaves himself within those 3 years, then he doesn't actually have to go to jail for 1.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's quite a lenient. Yeah, it's a very lenient sentence. So maybe perhaps that also made her feel, dismissed. Of course, that's all speculation at this point.
I see.
Yeah.
We see this sort of seems like a reflection of a bigger problem, right? With when it comes to the proliferation of revenge porn and sort of non-consensual pornography. Surely something's being done about this in South Korea.
It's described as an epidemic in South Korea. Yeah.
Okay.
It's called mocha. What happened to Hara was not exactly mocha. Mocha is sort of the use of hidden cameras to film someone. I don't think that's what happened to Hara. And there are quite a few high-profile cases of mocha or unconsensual sex videos. So I think the most high-profile one was recently, this year actually, Jang Jun-young, singer Jang Jun-young, confessed to taping several women that he had slept with without consent, and then distributing those videos to his friends, which included celebrities like Choi Jong-hoon, people like that. So that was something that I think shocked a lot of people because, it involves celebrities. There are more high-profile cases. I think 1,600 or so guests in a hotel were filmed because there was hidden cameras in the hotel rooms.
Right.
This was both men and women, and you can assume, what people do in hotel rooms changing.
Right.
Maybe they were in intimate situations with their partners. Also, apparently, I think a few years back, a swimming coach resigned because male swimmers installed hidden cameras in the female swimmers' lockers.
Oof.
So it's really an epidemic. It has happened a lot of times, and I think last year there was a big protest in Korea where women went to the streets and were like, "My life is not your porn." So that was the slogan, because it happens everywhere. It's like public toilets, hotels, as we've talked about, and they have. I think South Korea actually has people patrolling toilets with detectors.
Oh.
So they're trying to find out, are there cameras here, There's an entire team of regulators who watch porn online every day
Just to make
try and make sure that this pornography is not it's not of someone who is unconsenting.
Right.
It's not a hidden camera video. So you can imagine clearly there's a big debate around all of this. There's very big controversy around all of this. Women feel like their concerns are dismissed. Women feel unsafe, uncomfortable, and they feel like the authorities aren't doing enough, because I think the number of hidden camera illegal filming cases were over 6,000 in 2017.
Oof.
And I think in 2012 there was only about 2,400 cases.
Oh, wow.
So it really went up, and a lot of them go away scot-free. So a lot of these perpetrators, I think in 2017, apparently of all the 5,000 something hidden camera related suspects were male, I think only 100 or so of them got booked on charges.
Oh.
So it's painful, I think, for a lot of these victims to feel like they have no outlet.
Right.
And people have suggested that after what Hara went through, even going to a not public, but a very lengthy trial, and being somebody in a position of, I would consider fame and power, or what people consider to be fame and power, she still could not get a verdict that seemed to serve justice. So I think some people feel like that might have a chilling effect on women reporting on such crimes.
So it truly is an epidemic, like you said, and that's kind of terrifying, and it's upsetting that this has happened.
Yes.
But thank you so much for coming down to sort of share more with us, Jen. And if you happen to be struggling with mental health issues, do know that you are not alone, and you can seek help using the helplines that we've put on the screen now. And those were the top stories of the day. For more news and videos, do head on to our website at straitstimes.com. Once again, I'm Kimberly Jiao. Join us tomorrow for more of The Big Story.